Hey there, trucking fans. Welcome back to another exciting Euro Truck Simulator adventure. Today, we're embarking on a longer journey, transporting some heavy-duty car parts from Stuttgart, Germany, all the way to Linz in Austria. That's 475 kilometers of road ahead of us, with an estimated travel time of 7 hours if we don't stop. But you know me, I like to take breaks, talk about food, and soak in the scenery, so we might stretch this trip a bit. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, just before 1 p.m., and the weather looks perfect for a long haul. We're ready to take off. Also, I'll be talking about the food spots along the route because, let's be honest, road trips and food go hand in hand. Ready? Let's roll! Alright, we're pulling out from the warehouse here in Stuttgart. For those who don't know, Stuttgart is a bustling city in southern Germany, known for being the home of some major car manufacturers like Mercedes-Benz and Porsche. It's a fitting place to pick up a load of car parts, don't you think? The roads here are pretty busy since it's a Saturday, and we're in the industrial area, so there's a bit of traffic. But once we hit the open road, it'll be smooth sailing. As always, I'm checking my mirrors, making sure the trailer is secure. It's a heavy load, so I'll need to keep that in mind when it comes to braking and acceleration. We're going to head south out of Stuttgart and onto the Autobahn. It's a well-maintained highway system that's famous for certain sections with no speed limits. We won't be going too fast today, though. Safety first, especially with this heavy cargo. And now we're merging onto the Autobahn, cruising at a steady 80 kilometers per hour to start. As we leave Stuttgart behind, you can see the green countryside starting to open up. The Autobahn is such a great highway to drive on. Wide, smooth lanes, and generally fewer traffic jams compared to other highways in Europe. It's really a trucker's dream, especially for long hauls like this. We're looking at some beautiful landscapes here. Rolling hills, forests, and little villages scattered along the route. The sun is shining, and it's around 1:30 p.m., a perfect time for driving. Speaking of perfect times, if we were stopping, there's a great food joint about 30 kilometers out of Stuttgart, just off the Autobahn. It's called Autohof, a popular truck stop chain in Germany. They've got some amazing schnitzels and bratwurst on the menu. If you've never had schnitzel, it's a breaded, fried piece of meat, usually pork or chicken. Pair that with some fries or potato salad, and you've got a classic German meal. Sadly, we won't be stopping this time, but it's always worth checking out if you're driving through Germany. Now that we're cruising steadily, we've got some time to chat. Southern Germany is full of history and great places to stop if you're ever on a road trip. The area is also known for its beer culture. I know we're working today, so no beers for us, but I had to mention that Bavaria, just east of here, is famous for its beer halls and traditional food like pretzels, sausages, and roasted meats. About an hour into the drive now, and we're still on the Autobahn, heading toward the Bavarian border. The scenery has changed a bit. We're seeing more forest and the foothills of the Alps in the distance. It's getting a bit cooler as we climb in elevation, but the truck is handling it like a champ. We're now about 2 hours into the drive, roughly 150 kilometers down, and we're making good progress. It's almost 3 p.m. and the sun is still shining brightly. One of the great things about European road trips is the variety of food you can find along the way. For example, just south of Munich, there's another great truck stop called Rasthof. They've got a fantastic selection of traditional German food, including goulash soup, which is perfect on a cooler day. Goulash is a hearty beef stew with paprika, and it's served with bread on the side. If you're ever in the area and need something warm and filling, that's your go-to meal. And don't forget the pretzels. German pretzels are massive and soft, sprinkled with coarse salt. Grab one of those with some mustard, and you've got a great snack for the road. Now, we're approaching the border between Germany and Austria, and the terrain is starting to get more mountainous. Austria is known for its stunning alpine scenery, so we're in for a treat as we drive closer to Linz. Just over the border, there's a fantastic roadside diner called Landzeit. These are high-end rest stops you'll find across Austria, offering not just fast food, but full meals. We're talking everything from roasted meats to pasta dishes, and they're known for their dessert selection too. If we were stopping, I'd probably go for their apple strudel, a traditional Austrian pastry filled with apples, cinnamon, and sugar, perfect with a cup of coffee. The roads here are a bit more winding, and we're climbing gradually. The truck's doing fine, but with this heavy load, I'm making sure to keep a steady speed, especially on the downhill sections where we don't want to overheat the brakes. We're now deep into the Austrian countryside, and wow, the scenery is something else. Tall, green mountains on either side, with small towns and villages nestled in the valleys. Austria really knows how to make you feel like you're driving through a postcard. One thing I love about Euro Truck Simulator is how realistic the driving experience is. You can feel the difference when you're hauling something heavy like car parts, especially when driving through hilly or mountainous areas like this. We're nearing the last stretch of the trip, and I can already see the signs for Linz on the GPS. But before we get there, I have to mention one more food stop. If you're ever driving through Austria, make sure to check out the small bakeries. They serve up all kinds of pastries, sandwiches, and snacks that are perfect for a quick meal. My favorite is the Käsegrainer sausage. It's like a hot dog but stuffed with cheese. It's a simple but incredibly tasty snack that you can find at most rest stops in Austria. And here we are, the final stretch into Linz. So the sun is starting to set, casting a golden glow over the city. Linz is a beautiful place, located along the Danube River, and it's known for its blend of modern industry and historic charm. We'll be dropping off these heavy car parts at a warehouse just outside the city. So we're almost done. As we pull into the warehouse area, I'll need to slow down and make sure we park the trailer correctly. Parking with a heavy load can be tricky, especially in tighter spaces like this. So I'll take my time to make sure everything's done safely. And there we go. Cargo delivered safely and on time. Well, folks, that wraps up today's journey from Stuttgart to Linz. It was a long but beautiful drive through Germany and Austria, with plenty of scenic views and, of course, some great food recommendations along the way. I hope you enjoyed the ride as much as I did. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more trucking adventures. Let me know in the comments if there's a route you'd like me to drive next. Thanks for riding along, and until next time, stay safe on the roads.